Yeah.
Okay, here we are again.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, so your journey with music, Jimmy, what was that like? Because I surmise that your journey with music was about inspiring, influencing, healing, doing something that you were passionate about, evolving all those wonderful things. So when did your journey start with music? When did you realise, you had it, the gift to sing, to perform?
I think it's not something that I made a decision to do. It was just in me. I suppose it was in my DNA. I don't know. But as far back as I can remember, as a little kid, my folks, they loved playing. They loved playing records, right? And I used to like listening to them. And I used to wonder how it happened. I was always intrigued by how did they get the voice, the instruments and things on that little piece of plastic. And the sound come out so clear. So as a kid, I'd sing along to the records, and it's just something that I knew that's what I would do. I just always knew.
Or is it innate?
Yes, it was just there. It wasn't something I gave a conscious decision that I'm going to be a musician, I'm going to be a singer. It just happened. I just sort of grew into it. And I had people come to the house sometimes. Albert King, like I said, he was a friend of my family.
Who was that?
Albert King.
Okay.
Right, blues Albert was such a great guy. Anyway, and I listened to him play the guitar. And the guitar, he make it cry, make it, the way he bend the notes, the way he sang. He was a big guy. He was a real gentle giant, but he was a huge guy. About 6'9" or something, I don't know. But anyway, when he sang, his voice was so raspy and deep. And it's just like what I hear on the records. People be singing and playing those voices, and I praise like them. Without any effort, I loved it so much. And so, and then when I get into high school, me and a few of my friends formed a group, a high school group. There was a club in my town called the T99. T99. The T99 is where B.B. King, Roscoe Gordon, Bobby Blue Bland, all those great guys who come and play. And one night, Bobby Bland was there, and I was far too young to be in the club. But the guy who owned the club, he also was a kind of a frustrated musician.
Okay.
He played saxophone. Right? His name was MC. MC Rita. He owned the club. And he had this rusty old sax. And he jammed with us youngsters. He let us come and play like on Sunday afternoon or something, just because we were just young kids. But then he'd get his old sax out and he'd squeak, bop, honky squeak, we call it like.
Honky squeak.
Yeah. Bop, squeak, bop, squeak, he tried to play like Big J McNeely or somebody, right? Big J McNeely, he was the king of that stuff. Anyway, MC, he booked all these great people to play in it. So this particular night, Bobby Bland was there. And MC told Bobby that I was there and who I was, that I was a local boy and I loved his music. And Bobby Bland had a song out that time that was really popular called I Don't Want No Woman.
I don't want no woman.
Don't want no woman telling me what to do. That was the title. So
I don't want no woman telling me what to do.
Yeah. So Bobby's on stage and I'm on the side of the stage looking at Bobby. And I'm in awe because he's on this sharp suit and his band and everything. Man, this is Bobby Blue playing. Jesus Christ. And there he is and he's singing, I don't want no woman. Wow. And then Bobby said, and we got they called me Popeye. That was my nickname. So He said, and we got Popeyes in the audience, and a young boy here, local boy, and everybody, the crowd went crazy because everybody know who I was. Right?
Why Popeye, by the way?
I got no idea because I had tight eyes. So if you're short, they call you slim.
Okay.
And if you're tall, they call you shorty.
Right,
So
okay.
that's the way the humor was around my town anyway. So they called me Popeye. Anyway, Bobby called me up on stage, and I thought, wow. And he put his arm around my shoulder. So come on, sing a verse. And he gave me the mic. And he went on, I don't want no woman. And he sung a line. He said, quit singing, telling me what to do.
Wow.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was great. But that was the moment. That was my moment. That was the magic. I thought, wow. Man, I'm blue playing me on stage. Oh. So that was one of them times that I knew, the lightning bolt hit. And I knew,
This is what I want to do.
This is me. I'm comfortable.
Yes.
I feel great. And that band back there hitting, oh, God. And another magic moment, we were playing the Apollo Theater in New York.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And another one of my heroes was in the wings. I was on stage.
Who was the hero?
Brooke Benton. You ever heard of Brooke Benton?
No, but I have now.
Okay. Brooke Benton was one of the greatest singers and songwriters of our time. Check him out. Anyway, he had a song out called Bold Weevil. The Bold Weevil. And so this is like at the Apollo, this is the midnight show. And they had this really keen spotlight on me. And I'm singing. I got on my sharp suit, singing Brooke Benton's song. And I can't see anything because that sharp spotlight. When it's like that, everything else is black. You can see nothing. You're just guessing that there's an audience. Like, well, you know there's an audience. You hear the noise. But I'm singing, the bold evil is there to the farmer, blah, 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 blah. And then I hear Ike in the background laughing. He started laughing, yay, yay. I'm thinking, I'm trying to sing. I'm trying to keep cool. And so I carry on. Yay! And I'm beginning to get a little bit of noise. Why is he laughing? Then I thought, I'd check my zip. It was all cool. So the next thing I knew, this big hand come around my shoulder. And it was Brooke Benton. Brooke Benton, I'm singing his song.
Wow.
At the Apollo, the midnight show. My God. And the boy was here to the farmer. His big voice. And it was him.
How did you feel though? I mean,
I
what
felt
did you
like,
go through at that moment in time?
I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was in heaven. Suddenly, there's my hero. He's on stage with me, I'm singing his song. And he comes up and he's helping me sing his song.
Is that why Ike was laughing?
Yeah, because he knew I didn't know. And then the audience started the noise started coming up from the audience, these shouts and the screams, yeah, and the applause and stuff. Wow. And I thought, what am I doing? What's wrong? But it was because he was singing. He just slid out on the stage and done that. And that was another magic moment. Another magic moment from that was a time in Miami. In town was Sam Cooke.
Oh, I interviewed his daughter 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so Sam Cooke was in town. We were in town. And Little Willie John was in town. Little Willie John was another hell of a singer. My God, you know about him?
No.
Okay, check out Little Willie John. He was another role. He was the one that done the original Fever. Man, you know how much I love you. Yeah. Check. He was the They covered his intro. Little Willie John and me and Tina and Ike and a couple of the girls, I guess, some of our musicians, we had a night off. And Willie was staying at the same hotel as us and Sam Cooke. And Sam, oh yeah, you guys, come on. gig tonight? Yeah, yeah. It was only a couple of blocks away, so we all turned up. And he was just getting ready to go to sing Bring It On Home to Me. And Sam Cooke, let me tell you, if you ever heard, you ain't heard nothing yet. I mean, you never heard nothing until you hear Sam just sing live. When you know about his records and stuff,
Yeah.
to see this guy singing live, your skin just, you just get goosebumps and your hair stands
What
on
was
end.
it? Because I've heard that before. What was it about
He
Sam's?
was just magic.
Okay.
He had this gospel tradition, obviously.
Yes.
And Frank, yeah, was something come from the gospel group, the Soul Stirrers. And my God, he turned it out anytime. Anyway, he called us up and said, hey, we got an announcement. We got Ike and Tina and this and Ike Edson. And then the other crew is here. Come on up. Tina, Ike, y'all come up, help me sing this song. Little Willie John, wow, Little Willie John, hey, my God. So Tina, Ike, and Little Willie John. Myself, now what? I'm less than a worm. I'm lower than an insect, but I'm with them
The big
on stage,
Yes.
singing Sam Cooke's song, Bring It On Home to Me. My God, the passion I can't describe. Honestly, people were in tears. I was in tears. Just from, these voices around my, and I'm trying to sing with them. Oh, you really and Sam Cooke was just, him and Willie John and Tina, they was just tearing it up.
But
My
as,
God.
but as you're talking, there's a sense of being embraced
Yeah.
amongst greatness.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. I keep
Giants,
saying
that's
that.
right.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, like you asked me, who am I? Well, I'm all of that. I've been in the presence of some of the greatest of that time, of recorded modern records. And I can name so many times. People like Marvin Gaye, there's so many that I can just say with magic moments when you're on stage with them and singing with them.
And I guess from where you came from in this place of segregation, and obviously when I'm just assuming that when you're coming from that place of being segregated, which means sometimes it affects your understanding of self, it affects your positioning of who you are in society, especially when you're being told you can't and you're not worthy of being, and then all of a sudden you're thrust into this space of being around other great artists who are probably going through the same thing in their background.
Oh yeah, that's what we had in common.
But then there's the strength in that. I would say from that vulnerable space, and I put that in inverted brackets. There's a power and a presence of unity.
Well,
in that space.
Yeah, you're right. But the only thing is we didn't feel vulnerable.
Okay.
Because most of us had been through all that segregation stuff. Most of us has come from the South and all that. So we knew about that. But what we had was strength. And we were aware of that. Because don't forget, everybody, they loved us. They really, literally did love us on stage. I mean, you perform, and people come to see you, whatever race they were from, whatever culture, color. They were there because they dug what you were doing. And that in itself is power. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even though the society, in certain sections of society, in certain parts of the country, you, back in the 60s anyway, before the whole freedom riders and civil rights came about, there were certain parts of the country, especially in the South, that you just didn't fraternize or associate black performers with the white patrons.
Yes.
Because it was all segregated. But even coming from that, we all had roots in that. Once we started to move around and go to the big cities and outside of the South, and things started to change, and everybody was welcome to go to any concert they wanted to, right? But there was just something that you didn't feel the vulnerability. You felt the power.
That's good.
Once you hit that stage, once you're on stage, you're in command.
Everything, yes.
You're in command. It doesn't matter. I mean, nobody could do what you did. When you watch James Brown, when he walk on stage and he's with his swag and he mashed them potatoes and things, he does that whole dance. You get on that one leg and slide across and hit me. The arrogance,
Yes.
the sheer grace.
Yes, yeah. But he knew he was an artist who really, it's interesting, who knew what he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say he knew who he was, but I would say he knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And
He was aware of it.
That's right, he was very aware of the other stuff, but in the midst of that, he was aware of, this is what I want to do, and this is who I am when I'm doing what I know I'm good at, and nobody's going to take that away from me.
That's right, yes.
And that's where the power lies. And Jimmy, what was it like then moving forward as you moved around with Ike and Tina Turner? I mean, we all know, the stories around that, the abuse and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But for you personally, what was it like being with these two quite formidable individuals? I'm going to just leave it there.
Yeah. Well, for me personally, it was what it was. I mean, back in them days, people they would get beat up sometimes by their own kind.
Yes. Yeah.
Women would beat up women, men would beat up women, women would beat up men. People fought. It was another time. And
I love the way you put that.
yeah, it was. So you can't really compare it the way things are now. You just can't. So therefore, even though you knew some things weren't right, but it was a way of life, and it wasn't just restricted to black people doing that.
Oh, yeah.
White people did it too. They was doing it probably more so. I didn't live among white people, but it happened a lot. But it wasn't like that all the time. Most of the time it was great fun, and it was great, when I say great fun, looking back at it, yes, it was fun, and I was young. I was right out of high school, traveling, the girls, the money.
The chicks, you said it
Yeah. It's true, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's it. As a young man, back in them times, that's what you want. You wanted the chicks, you wanted the money, the cars and stuff, the adoration. That's what mattered. We lived in a time when all that other stuff that was going on, but hey, it didn't affect me. I never got into the drugs and all that stuff.
Okay.
It didn't touch me. I was around people who did it a lot, around pimps and whores and things. But hey, that was the way, that's the life a musician would live. And even today, you still be around gangsters and things. They the one they own the clubs. They own the clubs that you played in, you worked in. So you couldn't do anything about that. You were there to entertain.
Yeah. And you really sound like we're going to have to speak a bit.
Yeah.
You're going to really, babies in the background, everything. Father Christmas will be walking in soon. But you also, when you talk, Jimmy, there's such a sense of enjoyment about what you did and your experience. I can still feel that in you.
There was such passion.
And there still is.
Oh, yeah. But, what was so great about that time was like they used to have these package tours. Like a package tour, like maybe you'd have Martha and the Vandellas, Ike and Tina Turner, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Jerry Butler, Curtis Mayfield, the Impressions. You'd have all these people together, Wilson Pickett, all on the same bill, doing a little tour. And that was all the time.
Yes.
And we'd be playing in theaters on the East Coast of the States, like the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., the Apollo in New York, the Uptown in Philadelphia, all these theaters in that circuit, and all over the country, we'd have these package tours. So you'd be performing with all these different people. And then we had all these There was always the friendliest of friendly situation, with friendly rivalry.
You had
That
each
was
other's
really,
backs.
yes, but it was the rivalry as well as the performance, which was great, even within our own group. I mean, in Ike and Tina review, I mean, Tina, myself, Ike gets Bobby John or Stacy Johnson or any other singers. Yeah, but within our group, we brag to each other in the dressing room, kicking your ass tonight. It's my house tonight, right? I'm prettier than you. Look, I'm sharper. Yeah, the girls gonna love me. Don't come out after me tonight. I'm gonna kill them, right? But that's just the way it was.
Yes.
And that was beautiful. Musicians did the same thing. They would go cutting their heads, you know. Guy bring his horn out, and then the guy next to him put a solo. And hey, you know, he nodded, yeah, you okay. You dig this.
That was nice. But that's encouragement as well,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
It's encouragement.
That's how you learn your
Yes,
craft.
yes.
Because if you ain't gonna perform at the highest that you can perform at, don't even bother going on stage, because you will be put to shame. Because everybody wanted to shine.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to look good and be good.
And they knew what it took to be the best.
Yes.
To be the very best.
You
Yes.
couldn't mess around. If you didn't have it, don't even bother to just leave it. Leave it to those who did, because it was great fun. That's all I can tell you.
Well, it's interesting because sort of moving forward, fast forwarding a bit, Jimmy, you are still performing, because how I met Jimmy actually was about a month ago. Brian McFadden, he used to be with Westlife. He was performing at Bosdale in Canary Wharf in London, and afterwards I managed to segue Brian for a hug, and he took me into the room where his manager and everybody was, and he goes, "This is a guy who you need to interview," and he introduced himself. I'm like, I need to get hold of you. And so, how did you get to perform with Brian McFadden? Because it's, you know, Brian McFadden, Jimmy Thomas. Brian McFadden, Jimmy Thomas. I think, but I know Brian McFadden has recently, he's moving into more of a soul groove, and he's doing a tribute to Otis Redding, and he's got some stuff coming up next year. And so I guess as Brian has evolved, because I asked Brian also, why soul? And he goes, well, he said something to the effect, you know, what other genre of music speaks to and of the soul? I thought, wow. So how did you meet Brian? Because you still got the same joy and passion for music back then as you do now.
Yeah, well, I met Brian through, like I said, the promoter, Steve. He rang me, like I'd done a lot of work with him. And he asked me if I would be interested in doing a guest spot with Brian's show. He had the soul thing he wanted to do. And he mentioned me to Brian. And Brian said, hey, yeah, you're great. Because he already knew something about me. And so yeah, it was great. And I was just, it's the first time I'd actually seen Brian perform. And man, he got it.
He's good.
He's really good at that, honestly.
Because he's coming from here, you can see
it.
Especially
very
when
soulful
he closes his
guy.
eyes and he's deep in the music.
He
and
is so soulful.
And especially when he made a dedication to his girlfriend on stage.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, I'm going to cry.
Oh, you can feel that. You can feel it.
I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Maybe I'm going to. No, I can't. But you felt that.
Yeah. He's well, this is the thing. I mean, this is why I say sometimes people, to me, they make stupid statements when they talk about black and white performers. When they try to differentiate between soul, blues, or whatever. Passion is passion. It doesn't matter who it comes from. And if it touches you, it touches you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what genre of music it is either. That's another thing.
We spoke about that
yes,
earlier.
About country music or whatever it is, classic, whatever it is. Right? If it touches you, hey, you gotta go with it. You just give in to it. Don't think about what somebody else, is it cool or not? And Brian is one of those guys, man, I mean, listen, I knew Otis Redding was one of my favorites. I think I told you
Yes,
about that.
you did.
But to listen to Brian singing Otis' song, oh man, you close your eyes, you could almost see Otis doing it. He had that same passion.
That depth, that
Yes.
richness.
And like we sing about blues. And people wrongly, they mistake blues for being just for the oppressed. Well, it originated from that, but it don't mean that you can't do the blues and have never been oppressed.
I guess it's a feeling, isn't it?
It's
when
a
you're feeling
feeling.
into
That's what
Yeah.
it's about. It's all about a feeling, a state of mind.
Yeah.
And it's like being an actor, right? You can see somebody playing Batman or Superman. You know a man can't
I'm
fly.
Catwoman, by the way.
Yes, but you can convince the audience that this guy is real.
Yes.
Or whatever part he's playing. A good actor will make you believe.
Yeah.
And it's the same, it's like with music. You are an actor. I mean, I'm working on an album now. It will be out in about, hopefully, in about a couple of months' time.
Nice.
But every time I write a song, hey, I'm creating a character. It don't necessarily mean that my heart is broken, but I'm singing about, a guy with a broken heart. Oh, man, I feel so bad. No, I'm feeling it on top of the world. But at that point in time,
You're in that moment with what you're creating.
I'm in character.
Yes.
And it's the same. It's like, if you are a good performer, doesn't mean that whatever kind of music that you're performing, you don't have to, you can't compare people who originated that music and say they ain't got no soul. If they got soul, man, if it touches you, it's valid.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. Can you touch somebody else with what you're saying?
That's key. That's key. And sort of in winding down, just tell me a little bit more about the album that's coming out. What was the inspiration around that, and what's its message?
Well, I've been working on it for quite a while, and it's taken me a long time. I'm doing it by myself, basically. I got a few other people that collaborate with, on certain occasions. Some tracks I can't just handle by myself. I have to get some other guys in to do certain things. But I call the album title is Expose Yourself. Right?
That's okay.
I know it. Look, I know the title sounds wrong.
No, I didn't say anything. it's you.
It sounds wrong, but it ain't. Believe me.
I do.
Okay. Expose yourself. What it just means, expose who you really are. Just be yourself. In other words.
That's what I thought it meant.
Yeah, that's all it is. Why are you laughing then?
You're laughing.
It's true.
Drink your coffee.
Every time I tell them, what's the name of your album, man? And I say, expose yourself. And they go, oh, that's look close to the bone. No, it ain't. It just means just be yourself. That's all it means.
So it means to, I guess,
Just be
to
real.
Just be who you are.
Just be who you are. And so that's what the album is about. So all the tracks on the album, I write all my own stuff anyway, but it's how I feel about things, right? Whatever the song is about.
Yeah.
And it's real. It's just me.
And you're also going to be performing at Bosdale in Canary Wharf, is that correct?
Yes, I got 2 days there coming up in February.
In February?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And in finally winding down, what can you leave with people who see this interview? What can you inspire further into their lives? If you want to do something, if you want to become somebody or something, what's that piece of information that you can share with them?
I think the best I can say is live in the now. Know where you're coming from, but you must know where you are right now. That way you can plan where you're trying to get to.
Yes.
But never lose yourself in yesterday or tomorrow. You must deal with right now. Because we all stand on the shoulders of giants. so we can remember times when a thing was good or bad. But it doesn't really, if you don't know what you are now, you can't deal with now, then you can't make tomorrow better.
Love that. Love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ginny Thomas. It's been a real privilege. Thank you so much for your time. And I know people will find some value, something in this to support you in your journey as you move forward. All right, thank you.